You are watching T to the M to the IDD.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? T to the M to the IDD in these California hills, okay? Now, I've been trying to chase Miss Jess all, like, literally East Coast to West Coast. God. Like I was saying, brief intermission, okay? The wind just took my light. But I've been chasing her from East Coast to West Coast. And I finally got her on the West Coast. And we have this beautiful location. Okay, so now the premise of this video, I have the Sigma 35mm 1.2, which is an awesome lens, but it's only for Sony. Then I've been using my Sigma 35 1.4, which is for Nikon. The question is, do I need this lens? Because, of course, Nikon has not made the 1.2 version. So we're going to test that out today and really see if I need it. Now, where can they find you at?
My Instagram is thejust2wavy with 2 Y's.
Okay, I'm going to put that in the bottom left-hand corner. It's a little chilly in these hills.
It is.
So, you ready to get to it?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Boom. All right. And I'm going to come from the other side. So, here we go. Boom. Yeah, you could take your right hand and kind of put it back. Yeah. And then, boom. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Boom. All right. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Let's see. Yep. Boom. And come and lean on it a little bit more. Like, well, actually, you can come a little bit closer to it. So come, yeah. Boom. And bring your hand up, like right there. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. 1, 2, 3. And look at me with it. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, chin up with that. Boom, boom. And I want you to look kind of off right there.
Off that way?
Yeah, just like right here. Yep. 1, 2. And I'm gonna get a full body shot like that. 1, 2. Perfect. And look at me. Perfect. One, 2, 3. Let's see. I'm gonna give it a little bit more. That right hand, you can cross it over, so you can lean it over kind of like that one. Yep. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then put your chin up. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. Boom. Now let me get both of the hands in the hair. There you go. Okay, okay. Boom. There we go. Boom. That's a banger right there. All right, let me switch the lens. We're going to do those same ones. Boom. 1, 2. That's it right there. 1, 2. That's it. Perfect. Boom. And then look at me. There we go. 1, 2, 3. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? And let's talk about this lens comparison. Now, I just recently visited LA, and I didn't get to do a lot of shooting because I was there for other activities, but I did get to do this shoot in particular. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of the BTS because the real situation is, do I need this F1.2 lens instead of my F1.4? Now, just to take this a couple steps back, I've been doing YouTube for a few years, and the 35 1.4 has been one of my favorite focal lengths. Okay, now the 85 has been coming neck to neck here recently, but for all intent and purposes, the 35 millimeter is my bread and butter lens. And so throughout the years, I have noticed that the f1.2 for the 35, nobody is really putting a push on this lens. And who has it? Sigma has the 35 1.2 for the Sony mount. Now, I was waiting patiently, okay? I was really waiting patiently for Nikon to drop something because, mind you, I have no native Nikon mounted lenses, all third party. So if they would have dropped something that was a f1.2 35 mil, I would have gotten it. I don't care really about the 50 or the 85. That's not really my cup of tea when it comes to that. So if they would have dropped the f1.2 for the 35, I would have hands down gotten it. What did they drop? The 35 1.4. Okay, so that was not looking good for me. Now, why does the Sony mount version work for me? Why did I even entertain this? Okay, a lot of you all don't know that I have been shooting the Sony A7S II for video from the start of this channel. And so even before that, when I was doing more vlogs, I always used the Sony A7S II, and that was a little bit the end of 2016, the beginning of 2017. I've always been using Sony. So through that time, I have accumulated several different Sony lenses. And so what is available in the market today is the adapters so that you can use the E-mount lenses on your Nikon bodies. And so as soon as I thought about that and the reluctance to really put out 1.2 for the 35 on the Nikon side, I said, you know what? I can get the best of both worlds right here. I already have several different Sony lenses. So if I go ahead and get this Sigma 1.2, I can just go ahead and put it on my Nikon body, and so I will have two 35s. Now, what would I do with my 35 that I have now for Nikon is I will probably use it for video or something of the sort, right? Now, to this particular BTS, there were a few things that came apparent to me when using this lens. Obviously, there's some sacrifices when you're mounting this lens, right? Because it is intended for Sony. Now, I had the Megadap and I had the newer version for the adapters. And so I noticed a few things. One, not really a deal breaker, but I did miss a few different shots. I did some shots kind of downtown in the Hollywood Boulevard walking, and I missed a few shots there. But with this particular shoot, I missed some shots there as well. What it really comes down to is there really a difference between the 1.2 to 1.4? And so with this shoot, I wasn't really fixated on getting a lot of different shots, right? I only needed a few to really make the case to see if there was a difference. And to be honest, I really did have to pixel peep, but it is apparent that that 0.2 of a difference in the f-stop, I can definitely see the difference in the 1.2 and the 1.4. The third thing that really kind of is a deal breaker for me in a sense when I look at any type of lens, and that is the size and the portability. And I stood these lenses neck and neck with their adapters. Okay, so I had the Sony with the adapter, the newer adapter to fit on the Nikon, and then I had the F mount Sigma 1.4 adapted to the FTZ because that is how it would be on the body. And this Sony was still still had a larger footprint than my regular Sigma. And where does that come into play is the fact that I carry a lot of gear in my bag whenever I travel. I travel a lot, and so that means a lot for me. I typically have two different camera bodies, one for video, one for photos, and then I have an action camera, and then I also carry a film camera. So in my bag, there is not much space to really play around with, and so that is a big difference. Now, at this current point, given the quality of the photos and me using it for this photo shoot, I'm able to say that I will not rush off and go get this lens. I can hold off. It's been doing great for me, my 1.4. I can definitely hold off and say that I won't get this lens just yet because there is something else that I have to wait for. Now, I just had a workshop with this company, and their roadmap says that they will be dropping a 35 f1.2. And so I think I'm going to hold off just a little bit longer to see, am I happy with that 35 1.2? Y'all let me know in the comments though, because between all of the camera brands, that focal length, I feel like they just need to drop that. I feel like they just need to drop that lens. It's one of the ones that has not been coming out, but y'all let me know if y'all frequently use that focal length or not, because I mean, I guess it has to be a market for it, which I'm sure there is a market of people that want that lens just like myself. And so Sigma was definitely a good case because they have great quality lenses, but also other third parties have great quality lenses as well. So I am not opposed to checking out some of the other ones. So at this current point, I will stay where I'm at. Okay. I will check out what's to come in 2025. And then I'll see if I'll take that jump and go with that Sigma 1.2. Might need a bigger bag, but that's to be determined. Let me know in the comments how you all feel. 35 millimeter focal length. I need that 1.2. They just need to stop playing. T to the M to the IDD. Peace.